It's your boy Ink. Welcome to a very quick but nice Final Fantasy stream. We were trying to sleep. We didn't manage to sleep, so instead what we're gonna do is we are gonna be watching some South, which is a 90 Day Fiance commentator. We'll be playing about 30 minutes until the alarm. I mean, they film outside. So Rebirth 115. 20 is gonna be super hard, super hard. But we did so good today. We went from, I think it was 16 to 20. Shit. I didn't do the. I didn't do the. I didn't do the upgrade allies. We got a princess necklace, which is minus 10 gold. Nice. Whoa, 2 times. Wow. Mithril, okay. Enemy attack void chance and gold gain. So not only that are we getting less, it costs less to upgrade, but we're getting more gold, so that's perfect. Yeah, so that's actually really good. Now we're gonna put it on the airplane mode. So it's faster when it's charging. Good.
Rob did come out and respond, combat a lot of these allegations, which we'll get into. And let me just reiterate that these are some major allegations, career-defining, career-destroying allegations. So let's be very careful before we decide what's true and what's not true. That said, what I will do is we'll go through the scene, the responses, and the receipts, and I'll let you guys make your own judgment call. Comments below.
Basically, like a lot of things have been happening with Rob. I basically saw on his phone that he's been texting women the whole time during this resort.
You should go and face him and let
Money more diamond.
the world really is and what you're going through, because you are keeping it to yourself, and there is so much power on telling the truth.
A few moments later.
It's been very difficult for me with my marriage with Rob.
My honest opinion when I first saw this scene, yeah. Be that dude.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me, you're not that guy.
But no, the first thing I noticed was just how youthful and vibrant Sophie looks. And her face is like super caked up. Like, I don't know what it is, but in some of these scenes, I feel like the makeup could be doing her dirty. Like, they would add 10 years and 10 different skin tones to her face. I'm not even joking. Like, she's not a coloring book guy. All that aside, my second thought is, why the hell is Jasmine seemingly always weaseling her way into people's business and instigating the fuck out of it?
It's been very difficult for me with my marriage with Rob. I found out he's at this retreat and he's
8.
messaging other women trying to have sex with them. And he's on dating apps. And you've done so much to me, and I've kept it to myself because I do care about you. And you didn't think I would because you know how much I care about you.
What dating app?
20.
Yeah, I can show you.
And it better be current, too.
That's exactly what I'm going through.
So it's pretty obvious at this point that a lot of the women are starting to rally around Sophie. I don't even know if you can even call it a rally. I mean, Jasmine's just doing this for fun at this point. She's already here. She has never.
All of these big numbers are from the allies.
Buckaroos about this whole situation. She's just projecting. Oh my God, darling. You too.
You live in my life.
That's exactly what I'm going through.
Like, she really never cared about Sophie. 10 minutes later, I swear she has a whole mental breakdown because nobody's getting on Benny the way everybody was jumping on Raw.
You're like, I don't need other people to know about what I've been through, but now, you guys all, especially Julia,
You want the constant male attention, and I'm sure you see that. You called Rob out on him, but nobody wants to call Vinny out.
You're probably thinking what I'm thinking, like, all right, why would that even flippity-flip matter?
We don't care.
You just gotta remember, you know, a lot of these people live in this little bubble where public perception matters.
Very good.
Everybody gotta know what I'm going through, and all my spouse's dirty laundry, secrets, everything is coming out. Everything is green like nothing is off limits. Like, this is not even couples therapy. Like, this is trifling.
I haven't even been able to get on that app in like 2 years.
We got married.
And the only reason I tried, she told me to talk to other women.
When I saw that you was cheating.
Let's be very clear. Let's be very clear. I
Whoa.
was only on a dating app after Sophie told me to go talk to other women 10 times. Yeah, I tried.
Goddamn.
I care. That's why I'm here.
At the very least, it's pretty evident from this scene that Rob Rob does indeed have a fuse. Now, whether or not Sophie likes
Scarlet Witch is amazing.
he has one. And he could light it up. I say that to say, had Rob just handled the situation in a calmer manner and he was just a more stoic, chill dude, a lot of these allegations would seem a bit more far-fetched. Quite a bit more far-fetched.
Not anymore.
But regarding the actual debate that's going on within the scene, I can understand Sophie bringing this up in private, but to rile up a whole coliseum of people, not even say, I think Rob did this, but I know Rob did this. And the only proof you brought with you is a screenshot of his dating profile.
It's not enough.
Not enough.
Why did you tell Rob
I love
to
South.
go date other
I never said that.
Wow. Bro, I'm done. Hold on. Actually, hold on. I think I have texted in my phone still.
Nah, bro,
Yeah, I want to leave. I don't even care for this. Like, we're all gonna wait around for Rob to find something to like, and we're just waiting, and it's like, come on.
Now, this scene right here, in my opinion, was probably the most telling of Sophie's character in these situations, because her saying something like this
We're all gonna wait around for Rob to find something.
almost comes off like she knew she did it, so in a dire attempt to continue to control the narrative, let's get at it before Rob corners me with the receipts and flips the script. It's kind of manipulative, and it doesn't necessarily give Rob a fair chance to prove his case, which is what I thought we were here for.
Diamond, baby, diamond.
Clown Rob in front of all the cameras and the cast.
Boom. Do it.
And although it took Rob like 10 hours to find his text, he found it, so there's that.
Hi, as of March 4th, 2023, me and you are on a break, and I give you permission to act single.
And then the TOD walks by. TOD stands for Therapist of the Day. If you didn't know that, you wouldn't. I just made it up. But she comes by after hearing all the commotion, and she was just like, oh, what's going on, guys?
That is a big fight going on.
Yeah, okay. I wouldn't say it's a fight. I would say it's Sophie telling the truth and somebody getting upset about
And
it.
someone getting mad about it.
Huh?
No,
What?
I think we need to find out what the facts are.
This is true. It's like
You tell him, Gino.
guy versus girl dynamic. Where the girls are rallying around Sophie and the guys are rallying around Rob.
I don't know what the true story is
Do
there.
you believe it?
Probably Sophie need to show more proof.
Exactly what I said. And I don't even think it's a guy versus girl thing. I think it's a girl versus Rob thing. The guys are just like, well, everybody's standing over here gelling. Don't know who to pick. I feel like some of the guys were even skeptical of Rob. Like, come on, Rob.
You're not doing that, are you?
I haven't even been able to get
Wait.
on that and like,
Rob, you're not doing that, are you?
Over here gelling. Don't know who to pick. I feel like some of the guys were even skeptical of Rob. Like, come on, Rob.
Rob, you're not doing that, are you?
I haven't even been able to get on that app in like 2 years.
Your name was on.
But no, so the TOD's here. She's trying to calm everything down, so she isolates the cast from Rob and Sophie.
Everybody can just take a step back and let this be between Rob and Sophie.
Tries to meet a middle ground for Rob and Sophie here, but that devolved into a whole bunch of he said, she said madness, and she was just like tapping out.
That's what I said to you.
That's when you said, well, if sex, remember?
You said,
No.
I said, I don't want to go on a break.
So they end up having to be separated. Rob walks off, just kept walking. I don't even know where he was going. He might have walked to Mexico.
You know, you had a real one.
And it was funny because the camera guy was at first, right behind him, and then at some point he was just like, all right, buddy, you keep walking. I'm good. Excessive cardio was not in my contract.
Ripped my heart out of the conversation. But yet, I'm the one in the wrong because I did something. What did I do? Got a screenshot of me on a dating app? From when? Because I haven't been on a dating app in a long time. He's just pointing me.
Sophie, on the other hand, wasn't much better. She actually had a panic attack in the restroom.
Are you dating an entitled jerk? Well, if you are, you might be dating a narcissist.
And then had a 2-hour complaining convo about Rob to her mom. And the worst part wasn't even that. It was just the fact that she was sitting on the bathroom floor. Then again, probably used to Rob's bathroom. Can't be much worse than that.
I came to this therapy to actually try. And in the therapy sessions, Mom, I'm like being vulnerable. I'm really trying. He's here making friends with guys. He's not putting our marriage first. He's not even trying with our marriage, Mom. None. As soon
Mom.
as the minute that his image was blown, it's like I was like his enemy. Like he doesn't give a that he's hurt me. He doesn't. He just doesn't care.
So I'm gonna have to disagree with Sophie right here, and this is the scene that everyone's talking about regarding her losing credibility, because she's basically telling Claire, her mother, that since they've been at therapy, Rob has put in 0 effort and she's been doing all the work, which is simply not the case. I would even go as far as to say that Rob seems to be putting in more effort than Sophie, from what I've seen. Key word, from what I've seen.
He's not even trying with our marriage, Mom. None.
Flashback. I'm really sorry.
It feels nice because honestly, it feels like he's trying.
Now, funny enough, around the time this scene was shot, Claire dropped 2
22%.
videos that I think are important factors to consider when we're talking about the allegations that Sophie had recently brought up.
I mean, eventually I would think if you act like you give a fuck about this relationship, you come home. But the more you fuck off our relationship, the worse it's gonna be when you finally come home. You gonna have to eat some shit. Because if I was an
So my
asshole
mom,
nigga, I'd be whooping your ass right
my
now.
mom just texted me and it's 5:57 a.m.
Whooping your ass right now, my wife.
Now, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that Sophie sent Claire, her mother, these videos in private, and Claire, for whatever reason, decided to release them. I'm assuming the intent was to put Rob in a bad light, and it does.
You look
Have a wonderful day. What a nice mom.
awful.
I mean, some of the stuff he was saying
Super
in
sweet.
the videos were scallywag sketchy.
The worse it's gonna be when you finally come home. You gonna have to eat some shit.
What did you mean by that, Rob?
Eat some shit.
Like, is this an Odell Beckham Jr. Diddy party? I'm into that kind of stuff?
Eat some shit.
Or is this the I'm gonna make it hard for you when you decide to come home
Eat some shit.
kind of context? Either way, if I'm Sophie, either sounds terrible.
Eat some shit.
Now, of course, the other line that really stuck out was
I'll be whooping your ass right now telling you you ain't going nowhere, my wife.
the fact that that was even a thought process for him to blurt out. Is saying a lot, actually. Me personally, no matter how upset I ever got with a woman, the thought of saying something like,
Oh boy, if I was another type of dude, it'd be felt to booty fist the face. So you better start counting. You're like a charge.
Let's count them to see how many there are.
like, that has never crossed my mind. And the only way I can fathom that scenario is if it's something that I've witnessed or done many times. Food for thought.
Whooping your ass right now, my wife.
I assume our buddy Rob here got crucified, torched up like a burnt ratatouille, to the point that Sophie at the time had to come out and make a post that said, Rob has never harmed me, I'm safe, the person who released these videos is trying to blackmail me, I'm disgusted, they have serious mental issues, and they will not stop until they completely ruin my life. Which is crazy because we all know it's her mom. And then again, she's also the one telling Claire, look, Rob's the worst guy ever, and giving her a very skewed, one-sided version of the full story.
He's jobless. He's boring. He has no sympathy. You can't be with this guy. You cannot marry him, so.
Fast forward to present day, now that Sophie has brought up these allegations, you can see why everyone's a little iffy about it. Now, like I said before, Rob has come out and combated a lot of these allegations, and one of the first posts he posted was a post that said, don't believe everything you hear and believe half of what you see. Shake my head. What a dookie show. And then he followed that up with a comment that said, how does a man defend himself against emotional abuse accusations after being led on, walked on, used, disregarded, ganged up against, slandered, lied to, and laughed at? Because if she said it, he must be guilty. Here's the answer. As a man, he can't do...
Eat some shit.
Now, he's not lying about that comment. We can't disregard the fact that society as a whole has biases when it comes to things like emotional or domestic abuse. We usually sympathize more with the women. And most of the time, it doesn't take a lot of proof to publicly falsely accuse a man.
There's no evidence. It's just her word. The truth is, her word is evidence.
That said, somebody leaked a private DM with Rob where he goes through all the allegations.
Well-
Technically, it's not even leaked. He proved it, so... Here it is. First thing I would say is I've never hit a woman in my life. Not ever. I'm also not fruity at all. Be a lot more successful in Hollywood if I was.
It's Hollywood, baby.
Eat some shit.
Lastly, I've openly apologized to Sophie in front of the world. Disregarded that my wife was clubbing and not coming home for weeks. Disregarded that I only ever asked for consideration around the house. I shouldn't have never gotten angry, but anger in response to all disrespect was all it ever was. Never physical. The table I threw away was my table. She said it was ugly and it made the apartment feel like a man cave. So I got frustrated and threw it right as she tried to act surprised that I was throwing it. I knew I was wrong for ways I had treated her, but this in response to having one receipt for an accusation is just wrong. Okay, regarding his actual response to the allegation, I felt like he left out a key factor of the situation, and that's the photo of Sophie's eyebrow with stitches, which I consider is the overwhelming condemning evidence against him. Like, he didn't explain how she got it, if he pushed her, if he didn't, if it was accidental. He didn't explain anything. And I know he's seen it, so that leads me to believe he had the part to play in it, which is very concerning. On the flip side, to me, it seems like Sophie has been going out of her way to tarnish Rob's name and reputation. And it'll always start off with something like, I'm so done protecting this man. I will no longer protect this man. No more. And then proceed to expose like some of the craziest ish. Like, yeah, you haven't been protecting this man the last 10 times you exposed him.
I didn't say anything because I don't want people to hate him. I don't want people to hate him. I don't want people to hate him.
Add on to the fact that I could care less if Rob swings one way or the other. I could care less if Rob gets off the Pokemon. So the mere fact that she felt the need to expose Rob's alleged preference just comes off spiteful and unnecessary. And the best comment that I've read about this situation is somebody wrote, so he's bi and she's bi. At this point, they should just say bye. Now, funny enough, it's already been kind of speculated that they've split up and went their separate ways.
Even though who you marry is not your dream man, you was happy with him. and will always love and care for him.
Well, I think that's pretty much it then. Huh?
You're my sun. You're my life. You wanted to know all the ways I loved you. You're my change. You know the time. I need you to think I say no.
The number of chess is crazy.
But even more so, now that Reddit is convinced that Sophie is dating Pedro.
Like, yeah.
Family Chantel Pedro, that guy. And this was simply through the investigation of matching IG stories. And it was just so funny at first on Reddit. It's like,
you guys see right there? His shoes and jeans. Those were the same jeans and shoes Pedro was wearing today at 2 o'clock.
And this has only been further confirmed with the multitude of matching posts. Like, I swear, Reddit is filled with undiscovered CIA agents. Now, nobody has really come forth and officially confirmed it, but I'll say this. There's more condemning evidence that these two are dating than there is about Rob's allegations.
Accusations! These are not accusations. This is false accusations.
So I guess we'll see him on the single life. Probably. All that to say, regarding the allegations, I really don't know who to believe. Hopefully they bring it up during the tell-all so we can get some kind of closures. But yeah, I mean, you guys let me know what you guys think. With that being said, that's all I got for you guys for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the update. Got a laugh or two out of this video. As always, like, comment, subscribe, show your boys some love, and I'll see you guys in the next one. But hey, what do you want to know?
I want to see one more.
I'm just sipping.
Okay, let's do this one.
Alright, we're gonna leave them two here to continue the little soap opera. And we're gonna be over here talking shit about you guys.
You know what I love?
What?
Is you just come in here, just being center of attention, talking about you, all about me.
Okay, wait, how are you doing?
Let me just be the diva.
Let's go. I miss you. I do miss you.
Look, I'm gonna be honest here. Ed just got here. Like, he really wasn't doing much besides crying. Liz was just pulling issues out of thin air and just trauma dumping on Ed.
You just come in here, just being center of attention, talking about you.
Like, I'm sure it's coming from a place of all this built-up emotion, anger she's been holding in for 6 months. Rightfully so, and she just wants to smack it on Ed. I will say, from the tell-all preview, you do see her new man on the show. So she is currently in a relationship. I say that because despite her, showing her hatred to Ed right now, like, it's clear as day that she still loves this man. Like, she's not exactly over him. Still hopped into this new relationship. A little concerning.
I was actually surprised that she hugged him for so long. She was like cleaning his tears. I'm like,
listen,
okay.
let me say this. I don't know who she is with or she's with somebody or not, but she looks happy.
That's my boy Kobe.
See, I'm not the only
Fucking
one
love Kobe.
I'm not the only one who sees that Liz is not over Ed.
She looks happy, more than when she was with Ed.
Now, this whole time, I'm thinking like, man, where is Angela and Michael?
They're getting it done, dude.
Rob and Sophie. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I almost forgot these two existed.
Oh, that's nice.
Almost. Like, it's hard to forget the ultimate cringe look.
What is going on?
Fun fact, I got the song on my playlist right here. I don't know if you can see that right there. You're a star, boom. Just in case I need a dose of cringe like a sniff of crack, just plop it open.
Diamond baby.
Oh yeah, this is it right here.
Okay. I don't want to get copyrighted.
This boy Gino almost slipped up. He wanted to say Rob the Knob.
How's Rob the Knob? He's stupid, he's grumpy, he's the epitome of a knob.
Rob is in the house.
Look who's here. Rob the Knob. Rob is in the house.
Gino.
He's the epitome of a knob.
Rob is in the house.
Look who's here. Rob the Knob. Rob is in the house.
Is Sophie here too?
Where's Sophie?
Are you guys together?
I'm sure she'll be here in a second.
Recently, we've just been hanging out again, which we don't have a label on like whether we're trying again or we're just friends. We're just, I don't know, just hanging out with each other.
Are these two like married? I don't know what the hell is going on.
One moment they're fine, and one moment they're broken up.
Like, imagine being married and your partner's like, yeah, we're just chilling, hanging around. I don't know what we are. Hanging out.
What are you doing?
Nothing. Me? Just hanging around.
I swear, these two be going back and forth more than the pendulum.
Why'd you guys show up separate?
She was sitting outside, being nervous.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, everybody here is after law.
I think we're at that place where we're just trying to see what can be salvaged. Can we work it out?
Is he still channeling
Crazy. Why you say it like that?
I swear, this man Kobe's the biggest instigator. Like, the stuff he be saying, you're like, oh, that sounds kind of wholesome. But really, deep down, he just be starting shit. You know, at the end of the day, we're all here for love. Right? Peace, love, unity, respect. Flirt. On that note, hey, Sophie, how's the cheating scandal going? Remember Rob? He was texting like 50 girls? That was so funny. Right, guys?
Are you guys having sex?
God,
Oh, hell no.
It's a yes or no question. Very easy.
Hell no.
It ain't me, but I be trying.
It was him for the first 6 months.
No, it
and then
wasn't.
It was me the rest.
At the end of the day, everybody here is after law.
See what I mean? This man's crazy. But anyway, so we
God
found out
damn.
from the producers that Angela and Michael weren't showing up to the house that night.
Actually, we just found out Angela lied.
Now, I don't know if it's because Emily's pregnant or she just started having dragon dreams. Whatever the case was, she was able to predict why Angela and Michael didn't show up almost to a T.
I don't think she wants anybody to meet Michael.
Why wouldn't she want us to meet Michael?
I don't know.
would she want
well,
to
I
hide
think
Michael?
that she got to tell her story and tell Michael's story because he wasn't here.
Fast forward to the next day, Michael finally shows up to the tell-all for the first time in history in his physical form.
Fucking Mikey, B.
Michael, how you doing? Nice to see you here.
Thank you.
Wow.
Hey, get out, Michael. I'm good. How you doing, bro?
Nice to meet you,
Nice
bro.
to meet you.
Oh, he's like a legend. They love him. They love him because he suffered, dude. He suffered with Angela.
Michael, how you doing? Nice to see you
He's
here.
a fucking legend. What a
Hey,
hero.
get out, Michael. I'm good.
A veteran.
Nice to meet you, bro.
You have to deal with the
So Michael
garage.
shows up and everybody's thrilled. It was cool. It was chill. Everybody's having a good time. Rob's even in the corner doing his little, airport dance with Michael. It was crazy. But it was a
Leave
good
Rob
time.
alone,
But even
dude.
with that, like, some of the cats started noticing that Michael seemed a bit tensed up.
Michael, you made it to America. You can relax. We don't know if we're gonna hear your voice.
Yeah, talk, Michael, please.
Question from here and there.
Everybody's just looking at Michael like, relax, brother. Relax, brother. You're safe. This is America.
America? Ever been to America?
Everybody is telling him that. Everybody except Kobe. He's cranking up because he probably already knows. Now, everybody else, chill, brother. Chill, Michael. Relax. Well, the reason he isn't chill has just arrived.
Why are you sitting in here?
Because
Because what? Why are you
already.
sitting here?
because I have to.
I said, and I don't mean to be rude, guys.
Well, you kind of are.
Sight.
You kind of are.
Do I make my so clear?
I kid you not, when I tell you my jaw was on the ground watching this, it was on the ground.
Why are you sitting here?
Because
You don't get out my sight.
I was shook it. It was crazy because nothing was even going on. Like, everybody just got here. They were just like, hi, hello. Like, Michael didn't even talk about Angela. Matter of fact, nobody brought up Angela until she walked in. And she just started whooping on this man. It was crazy. The funniest part was just everybody else's reaction. You know, the same people who were like, chill, brother. Chill, Michael,
You're gonna be okay.
relax. They were just like,
Oh, shit. Oh, hell no.
maybe we were wrong.
You got all these people out there in the goddamn world thinking I'm a bitch, and I'm a good-hearted mother. You really didn't say anything bad.
Yeah.
Listen.
You should let him talk. That way we
Listen,
can see.
I don't
we can see.
listen.
We can see who he
Mind your
is.
business, because I don't have nothing against you. Mind your business.
Personally, I'm not afraid to just confront Angela.
I will say this,
Well, you
Rob,
were.
you came correct. Like, you have earned my respect. You have been promoted.
You
have been
promoted.
For being the only person who stood up for Michael, because everybody else was like... But unfortunately for Michael, though, the minute Rob said his little bit, you start hearing whispers from everybody else like, yeah, let the man speak. Yeah, he's right. Let Michael speak. And that's when all hell broke loose. Like, it went from here
You know,
to
folks,
here.
yeah.
Like, she went off the rockers.
You've been a piece of you cheating on me. You goddamn bitch is somewhere in New Jersey. Is that why you're sleeping in a different room? Why don't you call that bitch and tell her to come get your and your passport? Go home.
I'll tell you, man, I was shocking.
How you treating me? You goddamn bitch is somewhere in New Jersey.
Manuel here doesn't even speak English, and even he was like, Well, dude, can't even go to rough.
Well,
Like, he used to live with roaches, rats, caterpillars. He used to live in a whole full-blown lab, terrarium, walk 9 miles to get to the porta potty, and he never looked phased. Until now.
Will you calm down?
Go home. I'm not gonna be a Chantel and a Pedro in the Bahamas.
Sorry, hold. We have to go to stat. You can't walk in here, yell at Michael, and then get mad at him because he's making you look bad. You're really making yourself look horrible.
Yeah, I don't know what got into Rob, but he's on a roll right now.
You have been promoted.
But it's just crazy to me that nobody can stop Angela. Like, nobody. The only thing that stopped her was just the TLC guy coming in like, yes, our current shooting guys, but we're about to be on set.
You laugh at this.
We have to go to stat.
Fast forward to the set. First question from Sean. We're back at it.
Michael, how does it feel to be here in the flesh?
Good to see you in person.
Are you feeling nervous about confronting some of your issues?
I'm ready for it and I will defend it.
That's what he does best. He'll lie and he'll take that lie to the grave.
I will tell you.
Let the men talk.
You're truthful, right?
The truth.
Are you kidding me? 7 years I've seen you have that lie. Okay. Obviously, a lot to dig into there.
Now, you would think him moving to America, he'd get more rights, but guess not. Guess there's no such thing as freedom of speech for Michael.
Oh, shut up.
Let it go.
Shut the
As simple as that.
But anyways, Sean decides to move on to Big Ed and Liz. You know, Big Ed's back at it every season, trying to change the narrative and perception that he's now this new changed man.
I'm actually back at church. I help usher on every Sunday.
Like, I don't care if this man walked in as a pope, 2 angel wings, and a halo suddenly appeared on his head. Like, he would still be the same dude. To me.
I'm not dating anybody. Having a relationship for me right now is probably the furthest thing from my mind.
You were on a dating app within 1 month of me leaving.
Well, because I'm in Arkansas and there's nobody like there. Liz, there's nothing to do there.
So it was confirmed that he really was on Bumble 1 month after the wedding. That's crazy. Now, when asked if she thought he might have been intimate with another woman...
No, Ed's not capable. He couldn't pay another woman enough money to touch him.
Michael.
Liz is wilding with these responses. Now, on the other hand, Liz has been intimate with another man, so to add to the drama, let's bring him out.
Jason.
Yeah!
Hi, Jason.
He got lauding him.
Well, I'd like to know what you've been thinking.
I don't have much to say to you. First of all, after today, you're in the past. We're going to move forward. Starting today, you will never disrespect her again. And otherwise, you're going to have to deal with me.
See, at first when he came out, I was cool with this. Like, I was cool with this response. Like, yeah, let him know, Jason. Let him know. But as the segment went on, I don't know, man. He just got a little too corny. Like, anytime Sean would ask him a basic question, he would somehow rendezvous that back to making fun of Ed.
Jason, tell me, how are you different from Ed?
Physically or which?
Good luck.
Yeah, all right, little guy, thank you.
Listen to me. You better deal with the issues or you'll be sitting here just like I am.
We approach it, we're not immature, we're both grown.
You're not a victim, man.
Jason, listen to me, man to man.
I don't know about man to man, but go ahead.
Bro, you're doing too much. Ironically, you're acting like Big Ed and Liz. Like, I don't even like Big Ed. You got me out here defending him. All I have to say was, yeah, Sean, what happened between them is between them, but moving forward, it's me and Liz. Done. But this man could not stop yapping.
She literally completes me. Like, I just want to see her happy and no more crying, no more, none of that.
Okay.
Look, I'm all for people being happy, moving on from Ed, but let's talk about the elephant in the room. It's only been 6 months since the wedding's been called off. She just told everybody she's been with this man for 4 months.
We've only been together for 4 months.
You're telling me you moved on from a 4 to 5 year relationship, failed engagement, almost married this man a couple months ago. In 2 months? Stop. Stop the madness. See, nobody wants to call this out because no one wants to side with Big Ed. Understandable, but still, this is a major red flag. Ironically enough, what her mom said to Ed, she probably should have said it to Liz.
Just got out of a really bad relationship. You were moving too fast. You need to slow it down.
And Jason, you gotta hop off the high horse. You gotta hop off that honeymoon high. You about to make Big Ed look like Nostradamus.
You'll be sitting here just like I am.
Now, Michael tried to add his 2 cents into the relationship, and yeah, you can guess how that went.
On your like my wife do tell me.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Don't say anything again, nothing but or anything.
Shut
Let
up.
it go.
Shut up.
Be nice.
See, Michael, you're a better man than me. I would have got up and left right there. Like, who's gonna stop me? Not Angela. Not Angela and her cigarette lungs. Like, I have 0 patience for Angela right now. Like, there's a slew of words I want to say, but I'ma hold it.
Okay, you did.
Moving on, so the episode ends with Gino and Jasmine. This whole time I'm thinking like Jasmine's probably the crazy one. Turns out they brought out his family, and even his family sided with Jasmine.
So Jasmine talked about Gino trying to control her. Do you see any control issues on Gino's part?
He doesn't really offer to do much for her, I think.
We
we have a lot of communication problems amongst ourselves.
Do you think that that's mainly because you have a point of view and that's the only point of view?
Oh,
no, this
gosh.
couldn't be.
Okay, these are your cousins.
Like, even Sean was like, yo, this your family, dog. Like, if they don't defend you, I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, these are your cousins.
So Gino goes on this whole rant about how he's too busy to take Jasmine 10 minutes to the gym, or even do the bare minimum of taking her to driving school so that she could at least take herself to the gym. And Sean was just like, well, what are you busy doing?
Gino, you're not working right now.
No.
So, tell me, what are you busy doing throughout the day?
What I was busy doing is processing a lot of the permanent residency paperwork, like all the green card paperwork and all that stuff. Yes.
For 7
Jeez Louise. Even your family? Like, even your family's supposed to bullshit Gino? That's wild.
Okay, these are your cousins.
Now, even though now we know that he's gone 7 months without a job, we have come to find out he has gone 8 months without another type of job.
Jasmine, how long has it been since you've been intimate?
It's gonna be 8 months.
8 months.
Nothing.
8 months, no.
Wow.
4 or 5.
Doesn't make it better.
See, at this point, I can't even blame Jasmine for leaving Gino. Like, 1 or 2 weeks, alright. 8 months, bro? Like, what's the point in her having a husband if he's not gonna even use his digging stick?
It's gonna be 8 months.
8 months, no.
Wow.
4 or 5.
He may be gay, I don't know.
Now, the segment ends with her exposing Gino about his ongoing Pornhub addiction, which we already know, so I'm not surprised. I mean, you could just look at him and tell he's a wanker. Long hours of wanking. La 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 la. But anyways, yeah, so that pretty much wraps up part 1 of the Tell-All. Part 2 comes out this Sunday, so look out for that video next week. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys liked the format.
Like.
And see you guys in the next one. But hey, what do you want to know? I'm just sitting.
Okay, one last one.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Yeah, part 3 to Tell-All. Let's go. Now, I went ahead and did us all a favor, snoop through the video a little bit.
I heard probably the smartest thing you could have done. I have one particular woman that we uncovered. Her name is,
You understand exactly what you told that girl. You messed with her. You know what he tells me? I need to bring her.
how many Facebook accounts? That chart, that's a lot of pieces. That's a social.
I supposed to be talking to Gino. Hold on just a second. We're gonna go with facts here. Opinions. He's such a liar.
Outside the whole P.I. Angelo Michael situation, and maybe Rob and Sophie's part. Everybody else catching up. Yeah, we're gonna. Anything's wrong. But yeah, we're gonna skip on. Yep, boys like cops catch up. That being said, for any idiotic reason you want that version of the video, I do have it on Kickstarter at your local target, rebranded under the name Nightpool. So nice. So yeah, let me know how that goes. Otherwise, yeah, lots to say. Let's get right into it.
Angela, the relationship hasn't been good since he landed here in the States. Why? He doesn't appreciate that. Dude, Sean, I goddamn hate Botox. I do that not because I want to be young, I felt think, because I don't want him walking around with a smoking ass wrinkled woman.
Hold up, wait a minute. You mean it's worse? Bruh.
Smoking ass wrinkled woman.
Considering what I said in my last video, this is a crazy fact that I just found out. Like, sometimes it's hard to imagine what you're supposed to look like at 58. But apparently, you're not supposed to look like Angela.
5.
This is Sean. And she's 62.
Hold up. Something right.
Bruh. That's crazy. She's gonna refund on that Botox. Says you better drop that skincare routine into a volcano, into a crypt, chill, lock that boy up, make it a treasure hunt. This needs to be studied because that's crazy. Call NASA or somebody.
And for him to think that I'm just a bitch about a cheating incident, you understand exactly what you told that girl. You messed with my head.
What else do you want me to do? You keep talking about something.
You have a lying problem.
What lie did that lie did?
All the time. All the time, Michael. And then you stick with that lie and think if I say it enough, everybody's gonna believe it.
First and foremost, I just want to say Noel's awareness.
All the time.
Off the charts. Like, that boy has 99 awareness. That boy is skill king. Although personally, I probably wouldn't grab that tissue from Angela. That got her snot, saliva, aging cream. If you're not trying to look like Joe Biden in today's, you gotta leave, baby. Get with it. Yeah, like that. Second of all, I'm gonna have to discredit Scarlett's opinion. She's already getting one-sided stories from Angela. And of course, she's the daughter, so there's just too many biases.
If it was true, I won't be lights here, lights now.
Sean, you were like that. You know what he tells me? I need the green card. So the problems, Angela, they didn't start when he got here. Obviously, they were the same problems you were dealing with before. I had an instinct not to bring him when I found all this stuff in Albertine.
Well, then why would you bring him here? Why would you do that?
I'll need you to lower your tone about 5 steps. Otherwise, here's a good point. Like, you can't blame this man for being a scammer, a con artist who get control of the whole process for 7 years. 7 flipping years. Like, at some point, even if he was a scammer, it's not even scamming anymore. You just steal. You brought it upon yourself. Now, even though I'm not a fan of Angela, she still can't be funny.
You know what he tells me? I need the green card. We just landed.
We just landed.
The answer to your question is she found out lying about the chats, the piggy bank, all that. And right when she found out about that carried over here and it hasn't been resolved yet. He don't talk about it. He just rolls his eyes and throws his head
Yeah,
out.
because he already cleared his name. He already tried to explain it like twice.
Tell me what you see. And I will explain everything. Angie, I know you might not understand it, but let me just break it down to you.
Anything he tries to tell them, they don't even believe him, so they keep asking. So at some point, he's just like, what more do you want? That's when they go, see, there you go. See that, Sean? Hide it again. He doesn't see it. All he does is
Rolls his eyes and throws his head out.
from the death shot, they're like, don't chat talk? Yeah, that's
Oh la la. That's
about 5 steps. Otherwise, here's a good point. Like, you can't blame this man for being a scammer, a con artist, when you get control of the whole process for 7 years. 7 flipping years. Like, it's not like even if it's a scam. It's not even scamming.
I have to make sure that we got everything. We got some space. Good. Super easy, you see? The allies are doing all the work, which is great.
You know what he tells me? I need the green card. We just landed. We just landed.
The answer to your question is she found out the line about the chats, the people all that. And right when she found out about that, that carried over here and it hasn't been resolved yet. He don't talk about it. He just
Drink.
Good.
Don't blink. Blink. If you blink, don't blink. If you blink. Don't blink. If you blink. Blink. Don't blink. Blink. It. Ginger cranberry. Don't blink.
Good. It's very nice. Good.
All he does is throws his eyes and throws his head. You get some of that shot, like, oh, the group chat's up? Yeah, that's pretty normal. We all do. I was in a group chat. Like, you were in a group chat? Yeah. Has anybody done that before? Yeah, it's a group to help. Like, if I had a question about the process, I'd be like, hey, what do I do in this section? Yeah. How do I do that? Yeah. I will say, I won't lie, the title called Paradise Man. Paradise Man? Let's check this one. Yeah, that's diabolical. That's crazy. Could be me. Nope, could be me. Angela, would you like to tell Michael who you hired? I hired a private investigator. smartest thing you could have done. I want the power to take it to prove that I'm wrong. I want it to be wrong. I want to be so wrong. He has no idea. You guys need to know. I mean, this is a living hell. Please welcome Angela's private investigator, Tom. So the man, Mr. It don't matter if he's from Jupiter, Mars, or the 7 seasons. We're gonna spec out his whole life. Look under every rock. She's not even on a sheet when it comes to us. It's just she can get short heavyweight. And I'll do a complete dark web, gray web, and surface web search. A network that's got a long reach all the way around the world. I've got people over in Nigeria, and it doesn't matter if it's been deleted. If it has ever touched the internet, we'll be able to track it. If he was selling the shit out of this, he was selling like a WWE promo. He could sell water to a fish at this point. All right, Todd. Tell us about your findings. After an exhaustive study of you, look, I've got a 189-page report. Almost every single thing that's ever been mentioned about you on the internet. It took a staff of about 5 investigators to dig all the information up that we have. There seem to be some indiscretions here from what I've learned in his past. I heard the indiscretion. I was like, oh, they got my witch. 1414, Mondon, in big struggle. Copy that. I got 5 investigators. And the way you saying it, I'm thinking they could probably find Atlantis tomorrow. And like Michael shaking in his boots right now. I mean, they literally have 5 men in black scoping the world looking for any speck of dirt on this man. I could have been scratching my boot at a Waterbury 3 years ago. And now they're gonna twist it up like I'm a freak show. Like, yeah, I'll be shaking in my boots too. So the guy starts off with dating him. Michael, if there's anything you want to tell us, any crimes you want to admit to, before I share with everybody.
I need to check if I can make a weapon.
180. Every 180. That would be time, Sean. That would be time. If there's anything that you want to disclose, now would be a great time to do that. Okay?
No.
So how many Facebook accounts do you have?
Oh my god.
I only have one, which my wife controls.
I show that you have 3 Instagram.
You mother.
People irritate me. The only social media I have is the Facebook, and it's on that phone.
You know what's crazy though? There was a point in time where Angela didn't allow Michael to have a social media. And you'll see all these fake accounts come up pretending to be Michael, knowing this not an official account. And after time, it was Angela running these accounts.
You! Get off my Instagram. I love my wife Angela Dean with my whole heart. I only want my wife Angela Dean. We're celebrities, so fuck you. Sipping sauce. How about you sip freedom, motherfucker? This is Michael, by the way.
It's crazy to see her. I'm surprised if she didn't know that's what it was. I show that you have 3 Instagram.
You mother.
Side note, I don't know why, but his side profile reminds me of Turtle. Also, side note, I don't think they get you turn his head like this. I've heard there's been mention about a female by the name of Cheetah.
His girlfriend over there.
The cheetah, the lady was in one of the visa process I was. And the reason why she privately chatted me was because her mother was applying for a K1 visa.
He didn't see this is something new to me, Todd. Anybody told us this.
So I said, DM me. I said, oh, thank you very much. That is it.
I supposed to be talking to Cheetah. Oh, damn.
And you just the same woman that said no social media, no talking to Cheetah or flipping Tarzan. But here goes supposed to cheating through TikTok dances. Really nice, this stripper guy.
Oh my god, yes. He used to be in the 80s, a male stripper. I want to ask you something. It's kind of awkward because I don't know how you feel about this. I feel like we haven't met. What do you think about me coming to town?
This whole time, Michael's like, see, anytime I try to explain something, they don't even let me talk.
He's such a liar. Michael, it's got a way to make even you believe it.
Everybody can't believe your opinion, for God's sake.
We're gonna go on facts here.
Okay, so let's get to facts, because this whole time this PI, you have to say Jack Sparrow, dude, squat. Like, where are the findings, bro? This is the point where I'm starting to believe that this is scam on the cookie. And it's not Michael, this is Turtle as narrated. Not only does it look like it's Turtle, we get to the point it's festival.
Never. Have you found anything in your investigation of Michael that leads you to believe he has been unfaithful?
I have a chart of all his connections, his social connections.
Angela, I think if he was cheating or scamming, it would be very easy.
You don't know in Nigeria.
I'm just waiting for that chart. That chart, that's a lot of people. And if there's not somebody on that chart right there that pops out like, oh yeah,
the only person he's paying is a threat.
You see what I mean? That was a straight question. Todd, have you found anything in your investigation that shows you that Michael's been unfaithful? Well, Sean, I've read a chart right here that shows all his social connections.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to sleep again, because I have to sleep. But I'll film the sunrise, which is not really a sunrise, so I'm gonna try. Love you guys. Good night.